Well, good morning. Today is Wednesday, August 26th. Yeah, 26th. Third day of my trip. And it rained overnight. Not quite sure when it started. I know I woke up about 12:30 and it hadn't started then. It rained later on at night. Nothing real heavy. There were a few rumbles of thunder way off in the distance. But not a lot of rain. Nothing to worry about. No wind. Nothing severe. I haven't listened to a forecast yet today, but they were predicting yesterday that there would be showers today, but they were also saying there might be peaks of sunshine. So far it's pretty cloudy, low hanging clouds hanging over the lake, not quite fog, but yeah, it's hiding some of the hilltops across the lake from us. So I got up, I had breakfast, and we have a very, very friendly mouse here. He's almost sat on my foot. He's been so close. I'm sure eventually I'll get a picture of him. Cute little thing, kind of a cinnamon color, but very, very, very bold. Of course, we've got squirrels and chipmunks. And when I was down filming my morning sequence, I saw 3 otters. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any pictures of them. Loons have been calling, but they've been pretty distant. I'm not sure if the camera picked them up when I was doing my sequences this morning or not. Hopefully it did. So, water is pretty calm. Hardly, there's a little bit of a breeze, but not much. I just might, in a little while, go out for a quick paddle. Stay close in case it does start raining again. But see what happens. Get a morning paddle instead of the evening paddle. Laid in this morning, didn't get up until about 7 o'clock, a little bit after 7. It was 9 o'clock when I went to bed last night, so it was 10 hours in the tent. I slept well. Oh boy. I woke up maybe 3 times just to turn around, or I know Sam bugged me once to recover him with his blanket. But he slept pretty well. I slept pretty well. We had a good night's sleep. Oh, yeah, this is a layover day. Just gonna kind of chill a little bit. Take my time. Everything's all set up for if it does start raining. I got the tarp to retreat to. And most of my gear is either in the tent or under the tarp. Just out for a quick paddle. See about circumnavigating the island that I'm on. Got a shallow right through here. This is the first time I've used a paddle from Joe Glennis in the boundary waters. Because of course up until now I've been using my bent shafts. Here's our campsite. Yeah, it's getting on for 1:30 now. And had lunch. Actually, I had a snack at about 11, had lunch. Son's been kind of playing games with us. Thought I'd be able to charge up my power pack, but no go. Got partway through charging up a couple of batteries and my power pack went dead. So I'm getting kind of concerned again. Day 3, my power pack's dead. Now, most of my batteries are charged anyway, so hopefully somewhere along the way here I'll be able to get charged up again. So anyway, decided the sun isn't going to come out for any long period of time yet, so I get out and continue my exploration of North Bay of Brule Lake. Clouds is lifted, not hanging on the hilltops anymore. A little bit of a breeze. It's probably pretty windy, choppy. Well, probably pretty choppy out on Brule Lake itself, but back here on the bay, it's fairly calm. And here comes the sun. Yeah, it's not going to last long enough to do anything anyway. think there's supposed to be a campsite straight ahead here. I checked it out earlier this morning and it looked more like a portage than a campsite. I mean, I didn't go ashore, but the starts of it looks like a pretty rough landing. If indeed this is the campsite. It does not look very promising. Huh. Like I said, it looks more like a portage landing. But there's no portages marked over here. So I don't know where this goes. Sure looks like a portage. Oh, no. Way back in here, tucked way back in. It's a campsite. Well, this is very strange for a Boundary Waters campsite. Very, very strange. Not much of a seating area around the fire pit. It does get some use though, because grass is all, grass isn't growing up around it. A couple of good places for a tent. Huh. Who would have thought? Of course, zero view of the lake from up here. Kind of a desperation site, but it's not really all that much of a desperation. I mean, okay, this must be the latrine trail going back this way. I mean, a lot of the desperation sites, you go in and there's not really much in the way of a tent pad or anything. This one is just desperation because, let's face it, one of the good things about a Boundary Waters campsite is being able to see the lake. Nice open meadow over here. Huh. Oops. Didn't have you pointed very well. Here's a big open meadow. Probably some more places for tents set up over there. Huh. Interesting, different. I bet you at one point in time it was like a logging camp, or maybe a resort. Might have been a resort back in here. So that's what they did, was they turned a lot of those places into campsites. And being that Brule Lake is accessible from road, by road, no portaging. This would have been a ideal place for a resort. So, I think that's probably what it was at one time. I'm glad I'm where I am. I wouldn't have liked this site very much. So this is North Bay in front of us here. And well, let's see. Just let's come over here. This mound here, that's the island that we're camped on, but we're well up the shoreline, somewhere around, maybe up in here. It's a big island and a big bay. Well, we're basically out on the main part of Brule now. Yeah, we're still back in the bay a little bit, but not much. Kind of at the mouth of the bay. Look how calm it is. Wow. Brule has a reputation for being choppy, being rough. But it's not living up to that reputation today. Okay, dinner tonight is Mountain House chicken and dumplings. I know I like this one. Since they don't do sweet and sour anymore, this is sweet and sour pork. This has actually moved up my list quite a bit. It isn't disappointing me. It's good. Okay, I forgot to show you what we did today. Not that it was much. We're camped on this island here. And this morning I came down and I came around the island, and then I went up into the north part of the bay. I saw the trail to this campsite, but at that time it looked like a portage trail. I didn't have the map along, so I wasn't sure what was going on. So then I came down along in here. I got to this little point here. I don't know if you can see it or not. And then I cut across to our campsite. Had lunch, goofed around a little bit and everything else. Then decided to take another paddle. So this time I went back out this way, but I turned around. I came down this side, looked at this campsite from the water, but it was occupied. People weren't there at the time, but all their stuff was. Came back down here. I had the map this time, so figured out that this was the campsite. So this is that campsite that I explored, that was set back from the water. And I came back around here, and I was going to just come back around the island, but I thought things were really calm just then. So I made my way across to this island. That site was taken. Came around here, that site was taken. Came all the way around the south side of that island and back, and then back to camp. So, pretty small loop. Just got out and paddled around the area a little bit. Tomorrow's a moving day, so should be a little bit more interesting. And unless I can think of anything else later on, I think this is it for tonight. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Nippy Mox out.